Dr. Suresh Reddy, President of American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin, Dr. Sudhakar Jonnalagadda, President-elect, Dr. Seema Arora, Dr. Sajni Shah, members of the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin, distinguished doctors and other guests who are all watching and participating in this program. My dear sisters and brothers, it gives me great joy to greet all of you once again at the mini convention of American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. Let me extend my appreciation to API for planning and executing such a momentous convention in spite of the exigencies caused by the rapid spread of COVID pandemic. I am happy to know that API, founded in 1982, is today the largest non-profit ethnic medical organization in USA, protecting the interest of more than 70,000 practicing physicians and 20,000 medical students, residents and fellows of Indian origin. I am really pleased to hear that the API has displayed zeal and commitment in service of humanity during the current pandemic. I am told that API became the first major organization to call the universal masking, that API has distributed free masks to thousands of healthcare workers since the start of the pandemic. Collaborating with the Indian Embassy, API has written more than 1,000 prescriptions for Indian visitors who are stranded in the USA. I am also happy to learn that API constantly supports charitable causes and relief activities both in US as well as in India. I congratulate the leadership, the members of the API, for their remarkable service to India, their Janma Bhumi, and the United States, their Karma Bhumi. My dear sisters and brothers, as the world's second most populous country, with a track record of rapid economic growth, India faces both unique challenges and unprecedented opportunities in the sphere of public health. India has seen massive gains in the reduction of infant mortality rate IMR and the maternal mortality rate MMR, and a huge improvement in average life expectancy since independence. We have upgraded our healthcare infrastructure and also infused qualified and trained human resources into the system. India also has dynamic pharmaceutical biotechnology industries, world-class scientists, including a burgeoning clinical trials industry and leading hospitals that attract foreign patients also. India is now the pharmacy to the world and soon be the most preferred healthcare and health tourism destination to the world. Yet there are quite a few formidable challenges for our country. I see the Indian healthcare scenario as a spectrum of contrasting landscapes. At one end of the spectrum are state-of-the-art urban hospitals and research centers that are undertaking cutting-edge research, driving our healthcare industry forward. At the other end are our rural healthcare institutions that need substantial improvement. There is still a huge gap, I must admit. We have to deliver healthcare to all irrespective of whether one is living wherever they are living. The healthcare medical facilities should be accessible and affordable. These are not simple challenges that can be tackled by the government alone. Concerted, coordinated, synergized efforts are the need of the hour. So I call upon the private sector, especially the organization like API, to strengthen the hands of the government in its quest to deliver quality health care to the last citizen. We are a big country, huge population. We have 60% of the people living in the rural areas. It's a known fact that countries with strong primary healthcare system have better health outcomes and lower inequalities. We need to strengthen our primary health care system in our country. The creation of 150,000 health and wellness centers by 2022, by transforming the existing sub-centers and primary health centers under the Ayushman Bharat scheme, is a major move in this direction. But much more needs to be done. The Prime Minister is very keen to improve the healthcare facilities for the common people of the country. The private sector must collaborate with various state governments in establishing state-of-the-art primary healthcare facilities in each district of the country. It has been estimated that there are 1.4 million physicians of Indian origin all over the world. India is extremely proud of our doctors and healthcare practitioners who are rendering invaluable healthcare services in countries across the globe. I urge these doctors and healthcare practitioners to devote some of their time and energy in helping to augment India's healthcare setup. You can focus on medical education, mentoring, collaborative research, and working with medical professionals in India to upgrade healthcare facilities in our country. We can also facilitate the process of transfer of cutting-edge technology to India, skills transfer and knowledge building, so that we may truly become Atmanirbhar. This will help us bring down the costs of treatment, procedures, medicines, medical devices, and thus make healthcare much more affordable. The rising incidence of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, or lifestyle diseases, especially among the youth, is something that worries me greatly. I urge organizations like API to collaborate with the government and private sector in India in their crusade against the NCDs. There has to be a collective effort to promote awareness among the people, particularly school and college students, on the negative impact of sedentary lifestyle and unhealthy dietary habits. Another area that desires focus is emergency medicine. We have to invest in providing timely and high quality emergency health service in the country. We must also train every citizen in emergency first aid and cardiopulmonary resuscitation, what we call it as CPR. I would urge Indian doctors working abroad to build a collaboration in research and development to address various health issues, including combating tropical diseases like tuberculosis and malaria. Such collaborations will provide a boost to India's quest to effectively and quickly eradicate these diseases. You could also share the best practices followed by the nations of your residence in areas such as sanitation, cleanliness and nutrition. I also urge upon you to promote yoga in our country of residence, not only to strengthen India's soft power, but also to promote health and wellness worldwide. My dear sisters and brothers, this pandemic has put to test our power of resilience. Like all other sectors, it has also affected healthcare sector in several ways. But I see this disruption as an opportunity to radically reform our health sector. For this, we must effectively harness the power of digital technology and artificial intelligence powered tools. We must digitize our health records and create a national platform to facilitate collection of comprehensive healthcare data across the country. This will ensure that all the stakeholders in the health sector are digitally connected. The analysis of data thus collected can produce valuable information, which can be used to improve the effectiveness of our health system. I am hopeful that organizations like yours will assist the Government of India to hasten the pace of technology adoption and will thus help in taking quality, affordable health care closer to those in real need. This mini convention will see discussions, I am told, debates and deliberations that I am sure will help us develop strategies that will empower us not only to tide over the present crisis, but also be better prepared to face the healthcare challenges in the future. I wish API and this convention all success. Because of this pandemic, it is all virtual nowadays. Otherwise, we could meet, talk to each other, exchange ideas and all. But now this is the new norm of virtual conferences. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.